All right, I think we're good.
All right, thank you, Cliff. I'll call to order the meeting, the General Home Improvement Licensing Board of Review for today, January 6th. It's just after 1 o'clock here. Cliff, if I could ask you please to call the roll.
Ken Neverman.
Here.
Tom Sinek.
Here.
Ross Appledorn.
Here.
Shane Kaler. Daniel Waltz.
Dan is
Mike
trying
Young.
to get on. He sent me a couple emails trying to get in through just the audio. So hopefully he'll join us.
Mike Pion is here. I am here. It sounds like Daniel may be joining us, and I don't believe Shane's on. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Tony or Cliff, do you have any sense of identity for call-in user number 2? Is that somebody from their computer or somebody else?
Does that.
Hey, Shane.
Hey, how are you? Sorry.
Good, good, good.
You got a hammer drill, Shane? What's going on there?
Yeah.
You're just getting after that Slurpee?
Try.
So Shane is here. Shane Keller's here.
Yes.
Who do we know who call-in user number 2 is?
I do not. I have Dewan, Chase,
Yep.
Shane Young, Steve Shaw.
Yes. Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Yep. Okay, cool. So I'm going to jump around here. Let's since we don't have the minutes from the prior month, we'll defer that to next month and get those addressed at that time. I'm going to jump around. And we'll.
Daniel.
Yep, I made it.
Oh, okay, there he is. What is that noise?
What is that noise?
Maybe.
All right, I'd ask that if you're not delivering content, please mute yourself, or maybe Cliff can mute you if we're getting some noise feedback.
I'll mute.
Thank you. I'm going to jump around a little bit, and we're going to kind of clear some of the people here that are looking to get their applications approved, or at least responded to. The first one I'm going to jump to is number 7, Armstead. That one looked good to me. Does anybody have any further comments?
I agree that.
Or contrary?
No, I agree that I am inclined to approve that application.
I
agree with that.
So
Let's
I'll make a motion to approve the application for Mr. Armstead.
I second.
All right, Cliff, application number 7 for Armstead. We have a motion to approve his application as presented. If we could, and we have a second as well. Can we get a roll call, please?
Ken Neverman.
I agree.
Tom Sinek.
Here.
You mean I?
Aye.
Ross Appledorn.
That was an aye, Cliff. Hear me? Aye.
Shane Kaler.
Aye.
Daniel Waltz.
Aye.
All right. Mike Pion.
Aye. Motion carries on approval of Mr. Armstead's application. You're all set. You'll get a follow-up email or information, Mr. Armstead, with next steps with the process. Thank you for joining us. You're welcome to hang on. No reason to. The next one I was interested in jumping to was 13 for Mr. Shane Young. And I did have a couple questions I wanted to understand here for this application 13. Thanks for navigating with me, Tony. We're looking at 5 limited scope licenses: siding, windows, doors, deck installation, gypsum board, roofing, and also fencing. I'm having trouble, I guess. Shane, if you're on. Mr. Young, if you're on, unmute yourself, please, and we'll do some questions. Cliff, can you unmute him, or has he got to do that himself? He's muted. I don't know if he's talking. I can't hear him.
Yeah, he has done.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yes, there it is. We got
Can you
him.
hear me?
So,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Hear you
Yeah,
now.
I was having trouble unmuting. I'm sorry.
We're good now. Thank you. What I'm going to do is swear you in, and then we'll ask you some questions. If I could get your right hand up. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. If you could state your name and address for the record, please.
It's I'll give you my home address. It's Shane Young. Home address is 4850 Wheeling Road, Lancaster, Ohio 43130. If you need the business address, I can give that too.
I think that's fine. I think if that's the Wellington Woods, we've got it on your application here.
Okay.
So you're, I guess, tell us about your hands-on experience, and if you could tailor it to each of the 5 licenses that you're looking to get.
Okay. Yeah, basically, I'm trying to start a new company. I just registered with the state at the end of November. But I've been doing this type of work for my own rental properties since 2012. So since 2012, I've pulled permits. I've done drywall, siding, roofing, some minor plumbing, minor electrical, flooring, just everything there is to do with maintaining rental properties. I had up to 8 properties at one time. I'm down to about 4 properties right now. What I want to do is I'm wanting to expand to an actual business to where I'm doing some stuff for other people. So basically my experience is since 2012 when I got my first properties. But even before that, my brother was a landlord for a decade before that, and I helped him do some of that work. You know, I kind of learned from him some. I got my own properties and went from there.
Hey, Shane Taylor, mute yourself, please. There's some power tools or something going on in behind you. Sounds like, I think maybe it's somebody else.
Hey, Shane, I seen on your application you had exterior work, but I didn't see anything about decks. Could you tell me how many decks you've did in your past?
Yeah, as far as decks go, haven't actually built any decks myself. I actually kind of tore down a deck and did some siding and repaired some deck things, but I actually haven't built anything from scratch, I guess, myself as far as decks go.
How about siding? Have you installed, how many squares of siding have you installed?
Between my 8 houses, I had to redo partials on 4 or 5 of those. So I would say one side of one of my rentals. So as far as squares go, we would talk, 3-4 squares maybe per rental. So it wasn't a full siding job for any of my houses. It was more repair on all the siding. So I know how. Yeah.
The problem is that to qualify for a limited license, you have to have 1 year of hands-on experience in each of these particular trades. So if you
Okay.
can't, obviously you're under oath, we'll take you at your word. Can you honestly say you have 1 year hands-on full-time experience installing siding?
I mean, I've been doing my own properties for 8 years, maintenance on all of them. So I can, between those 8 years, I mean, I would say I've got a good at least year in pretty much everything that I'm at least applying for. As far as repair install, again, I haven't actually put all brand new siding on one house. It's
Then
all
you
been
don't
repaired.
then you don't qualify, in my opinion. You
Okay.
can't give you a license to do siding when you've done 8 houses, 8 repair jobs, and never done one house. That's not how it works. 1 year experience.
Okay.
And anything that you're asking for means 1 full year of experience in performing that trade.
Okay. So I'm curious, if we knock the siding off, or can I get the license for the rest of it?
Some
Well,
of
the
it maybe,
deck-
but what you described with the deck installation sounds like you didn't really complete one full deck. So that
Correct.
led me to believe a year of that. So maybe we strike those two. Let's talk about roofing. Do you have experience doing roofing for?
I do. Now roofing, I've done my one house, I did the whole full roof on it. I've also done repairs, and I've also helped my brother do roofing on his rental properties. So I've done several roofs.
Hey, Shane Kaler, can you mute yourself, please? I think that's background noise in your world. Or Cliff, maybe you can do it if Shane can't hear me. Shane Young, sorry, go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, so I have done several roofs. Due to helping my brother with roofs and also doing my own rental properties with roofs.
The problem is we're looking for a year of hands-on experience, like
Correct.
where you worked as a roofer for a year, essentially, is what that means.
I understand. I guess I was a little confused on exactly what I was applying for then. Again, I've got 8 years worth of doing a lot of repair work, pretty much anything to do with more than what I even applied for. So I figured I would easily qualify for the experience for all of that. Yeah, like I said, I'm just trying to get a company started so I can actually start doing more work now.
The last two may be a little bit different. I mean, can you represent anything different with the gyp board or with the fencing, Shane?
Well, yeah, I mean, every time anyone moved out, I had to replace drywall. I had to work on drywall. So that would be a constant thing over the whole 8 years.
I would definitely approve. If you got rental properties, I'd approve the gypsum board because I know there's all kinds of replacement and repairs on gypsum board.
Oh, they had holes in the walls every time. My rentals were kind of in the Linden area, so they always tore the properties up every time they moved out. So
I agree with that. It's my opinion that I agree qualifies for the gypsum board, but unless there's something different on fencing, I don't see the other. I don't see siding windows. I don't know. You tell me whatever the experience he has.
yeah. As far as windows go, I had to replace a lot of windows in my own place too. Interior doors, exterior doors, all that good stuff through the whole 8 years.
But even if you had to do all 8 houses, you wouldn't have a year experience. 8 houses wouldn't take you 1 year.
Okay.
Shane, how about the fencing?
Fencing, I guess if you guys are looking for a year's worth of actually doing fencing all the time, I put up 2 fences on 2 of my properties.
Yeah, it sounds like
And
that.
like I said, you guys can pull up like permits and stuff that I've pulled for things.
So I think we're good, and it's a different world if you're pulling up permits for things that you own or occupy.
Right.
You know, at least in Columbus, I don't know about everywhere, but it sounds like the gypsum board is fine. The other ones, it doesn't sound like you're representing the experiences that are requisite.
Okay, so I guess my question is, if I would get the limited HIC for gypsum, I could at least start the company based off of that. I could get other people who are licensed to work with me, or maybe subcontract out things, and then eventually working with them once I do get a year in for some of this other stuff, I could reapply then possibly.
Not quite. What you can do is you can have somebody who does have the experience You can have them assign their license to your company. What you can't, what you absolutely cannot do is you cannot advertise for work for which you are not licensed. You cannot enter into a contract for work for which you are not licensed, even if you plan to subcontract it. And that is actually a criminal violation if you do that.
Okay. All right.
So, Shane, with your, I don't know, endorsement, we can approve you for gypsum board only, for the limited scope license for gypsum board only, if we get a explicit endorsement from you on that verbally.
Okay. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'll take what I can get, I guess.
Okay. So I would entertain a motion unless the board has further questions.
I'll make a motion to approve Mr. Young's application for a limited scope license in gypsum board.
I second that.
Second that.
Cliff, roll call, please.
Ken Neverman,
Aye.
Tom Sinek,
Aye.
Ross Appledorn,
Aye.
Shane Taylor, Daniel Waltz,
Aye.
Mike Pion.
Aye. Motion carries on approval of the gypsum board only for the limited scope license for Mr. Shane Young. Shane, thanks for joining us. Again, we'll have, as I mentioned before, with the other one, Tony will follow up with you with next steps and information moving ahead. So
okay, I do appreciate the information. Thanks for your time.
Mr. Young,
Yes.
if I could make a suggestion, we do have, City of Columbus does have a registration as a general
General contractor.
Yeah, general contractor's license, and under that general contractor's license,
I did apply for that too, by the way.
Well, you can start a business doing work of an HIC licensed contractor if you have HIC licensed contractors that that are able to actually not so much assign their license to your company, but if you have subcontractors that have HIC license, then you can apply for the permit, but part of the application is you have to list their HIC license that they are actually going to be performing the work.
Okay, I understand. So yeah, I did apply for the general contractor's license also. I was trying to get the HIC so I could do some of this specific work myself, and then I could subcontract out other work that that I'm wanting to get. But it looks like I'm only going to be able to do the gypsum board myself. Everything else I'll have to run under the general contractor and get those specific subcontractors to do the work that have the HIC licenses, as you say. Okay.
Yeah, but they will have to list their HIC license on the application for the permit in order for you to get the permit. Okay.
Okay. And now, am I able to work with them to get my year in, or can I, like, if I'm working with them or under them, basically for them, can I do that to get experience to be able to get this later?
Absolutely.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you guys.
Okay, Shane. Good luck.
Okay. Thanks.
Shane. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Tony, let's jump to number 4 for Mr. Stephen Shaw. Looking for 2 limited scope licenses, siding, windows, doors, and also roofing. If you're there, Stephen, I'm going to get you sworn in here in a second.
Sure.
What I'm looking at here is your experience indicated as branch manager from October 2018 to present. What I want to do is tie that together with some hands-on experience and make sure we have what we need there to satisfy the requirements. I'll swear you in now. If I could get your right hand up. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. And if you could please state your name and address for the record, I would appreciate it.
Sure. Stephen Shaw. Home address is 25 West Sandusky Street, Mechanicsburg, Ohio.
Great, thank you. So I guess as I was describing, I tie together some of your hands-on experience as it relates to the roofing and the siding, windows, and doors for us, if you could, please.
Yeah, after listening to your questioning with Shane, I don't think I'm going to meet the qualifications for siding.
Okay.
The roofing, I have been involved in the hands-on production of roofing. That is very much a part of my job, to be involved in the day-to-day production. Have I worked for a year as a roofer under another company other than Bone Dry? No. But part of my responsibility with Bone Dry is being on the roofs on a regular basis, being involved in the production oversight.
Okay. So part of what I'm wondering is, listing you as branch manager and for just about 2 years, and then having, a year of hands-on experience. I guess, can you represent that you have a year of hands-on experience on the roof, working as a roofer?
Yes, sir.
Wait, you just said that you didn't, is what I thought I heard. It's not, supervisory does not count. It has to be hands-on, swinging a hammer, tearing off shingles, installing shingles.
Gotcha.
Can you say yes to that question? You've done that for a period of 1 year?
No. Yeah, I mean,
there's 2 roofers on this board, by the way, so we have a pretty deep understanding of what your role and your position would be. And so we get it. And we didn't write the code, but the code is black and white in it, and it calls for very specifically hands-on experience.
Understood.
So I don't know. Are there any other suggestions from the board as to how Mr. Shaw might achieve his interests here? Maybe somebody working for you can assign one to your company. Is it a matter of getting a license under the company's name? Is that what you're looking to achieve? Or
right, we've had a license assigned through our production manager. Okay. And I wanted to get that license in my name, just for consistency's sake.
I would say, why don't you just, when the crews are up there, grab a tool belt up there and start installing shingles and tear-offs and get your year experience. I mean, maybe you might have right now, you might have 6 months.
Right.
Get some more, shingles, tearing them off, putting them up under your belt, and then reapply.
Gotcha. All right, will do.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Shaw. Appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you.
So we've already made a ruling on this, a motion on this previously, so we'll just let that stand. All right, who's next? Mr. Carter, Chase Carter. Number 5, Tony. I think he's on the phone here still. Chase, are you there? Can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Are you dialed in, or do you have a video?
I got video. I'll knock it on.
Cool. All right, you there now?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to get you sworn in, and then we'll go through a few questions here.
All right.
There you go. Thank you. If I could get your right hand up, you got it. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Great, thank you. If you could state your name and address for the record, please.
Yes, sir. Chase Carter, 4803 King Albert Drive, Hilliard, Ohio, 43026.
Thank you. So I think, a lot of times we'll see more than a couple limited scope licenses. There are 10 in this case. And what we need to have is representation of a year experience in each of those. So it may take a little bit of time to get through, but I'm going to need to check off each of those as we go through. I guess, first of all, are there any you want to reduce in light of that you may not have hands-on experience? If you don't have it in front of you, I'm happy to read it back to you.
Nope, I got plenty of experience in these fields.
Okay, so let's talk through. I can guide you if you want. Siding, windows, doors is the first one.
Yes, sir. I've worked for Gower Construction in German Village for going on 7 years now, along with LT Carpentry. I mean, we've built brand new houses in German Village, ripped them down, and built brand new. So as far as windows, doors, and siding, and roofing, and all that, I mean, I've had my hands on it for 6 years, almost 7 years now.
So
how about the
siding,
fireplaces? Your fireplaces, have you built a fireplace from the ground up?
Yes, sir. We just built Charles Penzones on, what was it, 6 months ago. Can't remember the exact address. It was off of
That doesn't matter.
It's just
you built. So how many fireplaces have you built?
6 in total, sir.
Those 6 probably didn't take you a year, did they?
Yeah, I mean, close to it. I mean, not, like I said, six of them, maybe not quite a full year, but pretty damn close, sir.
And that's what we're trying. Like, I'm not trying to be a jerk at all, because believe me,
No, I got
want
you, sir.
people to work. You know what? I really do. I want people to work, but very rarely do we come in and we'll approve 10 limited licenses, because you have to have 1 year, at least minimum, full year experience in each one of them. And if someone's that knowledgeable in the construction field, we expect them to go take the HIC license and go get the full-blown license.
I got you.
You know what I mean? So
why would you not want to do that?
What's that?
Why would you not want to get the HIC general?
I'm getting ready to. This was sent, 2 months ago, I think, 3 months ago now, and I'm getting ready to take my test and everything else for my GC license. I mean, this was prior to everything. I was going to start trying to branch out completely on my own, and this was like a stepping stone for that.
I think, are there any that you want to focus on to get a couple, maybe 2 or 3 of these, Chase, and then we can dial that in and get that approved without, it's going to take a while to go through this. There's going to be some scrutiny. It sounds like there maybe isn't the perfect alignment, but if there are some that maybe represent better, that can carry you to do what you want to do for the next few months until you take that test and get the full HIC, that makes.
Yeah, I mean, as far as decks, fences, siding, windows, and doors would be great.
How many decks have you built?
What's that, sir?
How many decks have you built?
Oh, probably over 25 now. And that was even prior to me working with Gower Construction.
How about fences?
Yeah, just about pretty close to the same as that, sir.
How much framing have you done?
Quite a bit. I mean, I started in Florida doing, commercial properties, rental resorts with Questar Construction down in Florida when I was younger. And then when I moved here to Ohio, I started working with Gower and Chris Orr Construction as well. I have probably close to over 10 years experience framing.
Well,
including
that means that you will very easily qualify for the HIC. You just need to go past that test.
Yes, sir.
So what do we want to do here? The deck installation sounds good. Fencing sounds good. Were there
I think siding and windows. Siding and windows. If you're not changing the openings and framing them different, I'd approve the siding and windows and doors.
Yeah. How much flat work have you done?
Yeah, a lot. I mean, we've done a lot of that, and especially down in Florida. I mean, I can't give you an exact many number of years doing it. I mean, I would have to say at least over 4 years.
Okay. Well, there's sidewalks and driveway approaches.
Yep. You good with those four? It sounds like those four work: siding, windows, doors, deck installation, sidewalks and driveway approaches, and also fencing.
Yes, sir. That's good with me to get started until I get that test passed.
Okay, good.
Make a motion that we approve Mr. Carter's limited scope license in the categories of siding, windows, and doors, deck installation, sidewalk and driveway approaches, and fencing.
I second.
Cliff, roll call, please.
Ken Neverman,
Aye.
Tom Stinek,
Aye.
Ross Appledorn,
Aye.
Shane Kaler,
Aye.
Daniel Wolf,
Aye.
Young.
Aye, so motion carries. Application number 5 for Mr. Chase Carter for the 4 limited scope licenses as modified from his original application. Chase, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Good luck to you.
Hey,
Good
thanks
luck,
for
Chad.
having me.
Luck.
You guys have a good day.
Or anybody?
Thanks,
You
sir.
too.
You too. Stay healthy.
I think that cleared the queue of people joining us, calling in. Is that right, Tony? Is there anybody else you're expecting?
Hey, Mike. The applicant number 1, she's currently trying to get on. So.
Okay.
That's very Terry. I don't know how to get her in if she can't. Who's caller number 3 right now? Do we know?
I think that's Daniel.
I don't know, but I just emailed Mary Carey the password and everything. So hopefully she can get on here soon.
Okay.
I think we keep going. If we can switch back if she jumps on. So the second one got eliminated. The third one, is there any new information on application 3 for Dalton Kocher?
Let me see if you sent me something back. Yeah, he said he couldn't get on today, so I guess skip it for now. I mean, he wasn't able to get on the meeting, so we'll skip that one.
4 and 5 we've covered. 6, Norman Strainer. Is there any new information for that one?
I don't believe he sent me anything new, so.
Okay. 7 we did and was approved, I think. Yeah, Armstead. 8, Alan David Gardner. That one looked fine to me. Did anybody have any different comments?
I agree. He also has held a license previously, so I would make a motion to Mr. Gardner's application.
I second that. I agree.
Roll call, please.
Ken Neverman,
Aye.
Tom Stinek,
Aye.
Ross Appledorn,
Aye.
Shane Kaler,
That was an aye. That was a muted aye.
Aye.
Muted.
give me a thumbs up, Shane. All right.
Was that number 8?
Yes.
Daniel Wolf,
Yep, I'm here. Aye.
Mike Young.
Aye. Motion carries on approval of application number 8 for Gardner. 9, Matt
Tony, the
Geary.
only thing I see on that application 8 was it says he does not have a license. It says no, but then it's got the license below that. So I think he just marked the wrong box.
Right.
I
Well,
think
he
that
did.
just means
I
he
found
doesn't
it.
currently have a license.
Right. But he did have one. I looked it up. I wrote those numbers
License.
in there, so he did
Yeah, it
have
says
one.
previously licensed. If you had a license, it says no, but then you put a number below that.
Oh, well, he did have one, and I think this is one of the ones I put additional info in. Hang on a second.
I don't know that we need to spend any more time on this. I think we approved it. I think it's good.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Hughes number 9, Geary.
Same thing, previous license. He's previously held a license.
Okay, that's good.
So I would make a motion to approve the application for Mr. Geary.
Second.
I'll second.
Cliff, roll call, please.
Ken Neverman,
Aye.
Tom Sinek,
Aye.
Ross Appledorn,
Aye.
Shane Kaler,
Aye.
Daniel Walt,
Aye.
Mike Pion.
Aye. Motion carries on application number 9 for Matt Geary. Application 10 for James Hughes, single limited scope license for siding, windows, and doors. This one looked fine to me.
Agreed. I'll make a motion to approve Mr. Hughes' application.
I'll second that.
Second that.
Cliff, roll call, please.
Ken Neverman,
Aye.
Tom,
Aye.
Ross Appledorn,
Aye.
Shane Kaler,
Aye.
Daniel Walt,
Aye.
Mike Pion.
Aye. Motion carries on application number 10, approval for Mr. James Hughes. Application 11, I think Jonathan Kemp, looking for a single limited scope deck installation license. Thought this one looked fine with his experience represented.
Agreed. I make a motion to approve Mr. Kemp's application.
I second that.
I'll second that.
Cliff, roll call, please.
Ken Neverman,
Aye.
Tom Sinek,
Aye.
Ross Appledorn,
Aye.
Shane Kaler,
Aye.
Daniel Walt,
Aye.
Mike Pion.
Aye. Motion carries on application number 11 for Mr. Kemp. Application number 12. I know we got some supplemental information for this one. He's looking for 2 limited scope licenses, basement waterproofing and sidewalks and driveway approaches. I thought the supplemental information got him over the top there.
I agree. I think he barely qualified even without the supplemental. So given that, I would make a motion to approve.
Yeah, the top excavator at Columbus. So I would say I'd agree too with you.
Okay, well then I'll make a motion to approve Mr. Matlack's application.
I'll second that.
Cliff?
Roll call.
Ken Neverman,
Aye.
Tom Sinek,
Aye.
Ross Appledorn,
Aye.
Shane Taylor,
Aye.
Daniel Walt,
Aye.
Mike Young.
Motion carries on approval of application number 12 as presented for Mr. Matlack. 13 we covered and approved with the modification. Is there anything you want to cover 1 through? We got 4 and 5. 1, 3, or 6. Tony, should we stick around and wait, or do we? Those have already been established.
I wish I could figure out how to add Mary to the call. She's trying to get in. I'm not sure how to do that.
I sent her the phone number and the passcode and everything. So.
Kaylor, what in the hell is happening there?
Sounds like you're hanging drywall.
He's got earplugs in too. Shane Kaylor, what in God's name is happening in your location?
So I got construction like a MFer out back, and I got to keep muting the button. Otherwise, it sounds like a bomb's going off. This is like a job in itself doing this.
Sounds like it's in my office.
Oh, man.
Oh.
How can I add her? Does anyone know? How can I add someone to the?
Tell her to call the number that Cliff gave her.
Is
that you, Mary? Where's that Dan? That's Dan. Who's 3?
3's Daniel.
Dan's
We never
3.
figure out who 2 is. Oh, Kenny Sue?
No, I'm not 2. Mine says Ken Neverman.
You're number 1.
Your audio and video are split, though. I think.
Yeah,
Let me just try to call her. Will that work?
I sent her a couple of emails. I sent her the login and the password. Like, go.
How many times have we seen this application, by the way? It feels like 10.
Well, the first time.
Submitted in March and September.
Yeah, since September.
Shane!
Can you send me some earplugs?
Can you hear that when I'm muting it?
Yes.
You're not muted, though. You're not muted, Shane. You haven't been muted.
Could you hear that?
Can you take your camera out there, Shane, so we can at least see what's going on?
Yeah. They got a permit out there, Shane?
Hell no.
Wouldn't that be a real kicker?
Yeah, digging a footer down there. Sounds like a footer or something. Jackhammers.
Guys,
I'd make sure he's got a permit on that.
Oh, absolutely.
Well,
Gotta
I
get in the
can't get hold
door.
of her now on the phone either, so I don't know what you gentlemen would like to do. I'll leave it up to you.
Well, I would like to adjourn the meeting.
I can't.
Right.
I can't get a hold of her now to tell her anything. I was going to call her to talk to her, but unless I have the wrong phone number.
Well, I haven't gotten a response back on the email since I sent her the password and everything.
There has to be some limit on the number of times we can review the same application, doesn't there?
Well, that is also up to you, gentlemen.
Well, we put a fee on it.
Tony, you are our fearless leader.
I'm not.
Everything for the board has a a 90-day time on it. So, I mean, I would say if the board, after 90 days, because even if you get an approval, if you don't come in and actually get the license after 90 days, it's void. So, I mean,
We've already turned it down at least once, right?
At least
At least 3 times, maybe.
September 7th. Or, no, October 7th. So it's beyond.
I'll tell you guys this. I'm licensed all over the country in all kinds of different places. And we are the most lenient board in the entire country.
Well, let's have a meeting, Ross, and you hey, step us up.
Can we do that in person?
Hey, we can get the other guy back that used to be on the board from the BBB.
Yeah.
Ron
Miller? No, thank you.
We're on YouTube.
He still watches all of our broadcasts here.
Correcting Michael.
Email every once in a while. Details.
So, Ross, is it more hands-on they have to have, or what is?
Can we adjourn this meeting if it's over?
We
Pat, you very rudely interrupted Tom.
Yeah.
That was very rude.
Thank you.
Way to go, Kenny.
I have to work.
Was there any other business before we?
Happy New Year, everybody. Nice to see you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New
Stay healthy,
Year,
stay
everyone.
safe. Get your vaccination. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks, Tony.
Bye,
Thanks,
Tony.
Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.